Hey, good day, folks. This is Tim here, and it's a pouring rain day out here, and it's good to be home. It's good to have a home. There's people out there right now. I was just down in Harvard Square a little while ago, and I see people, they're sleeping all huddled up with plastic things over them or in makeshift tents, and that's tough. It's a tough world to live in, living out there in the streets. It's nothing nice. And I'm very grateful that I have a home, that I can sit back, have a nice water, chill out to some music I was just listening to, and just relax as the rain comes pouring down. And today I wanted to talk about change. We hear a lot about change, and people are very afraid of change. Some people just can't understand it, they can't handle it, they won't handle it. And the thing about it is, the logic behind it all is things are changing every moment of the day. We're in perpetual change. So to be so afraid of it, or I refuse to change, it's changing whether you want it or not. And you know, I've had to change a lot of things. I've had to change people, places, and things. I mean, I grew up with certain people, and we were very close at one time. We hung out, and those are some precious memories for me. But like anything, time marches on, and things change. We grow up, we get girlfriends, we get jobs, we move in different directions, and the bond that we had at one time that was so solid begins to fracture and begins to splinter. And it doesn't mean that I have friends that we just don't talk no more, but I still consider them friends, and we go back to when we were in grammar school together. But life goes on. And so I had to change people in my life. And it was like, I may have lost a friend or a best friend or something like that back in the day, but others came in to fill that gap. And now, I keep my circle small. I have many acquaintances and many people that I can call friends, but I only have a certain core that are close to my heart and that I share things with, that are very personal. And the places, well, that's what I'm saying about everything changes, and it's changed. I mean, there was places that when I was younger, bar rooms, places that I would frequent, pool halls, everything changes as time goes on. And some of them I miss, and some of them I look back on, as with people, it was just a point in time in my life, and some of them I could have done without. Some of those places I went to, in the end, they took they took some stuff away from me. They took pieces of my soul with them, and things come and go. You know, I've had things that were so precious to me, and I lost them, and they just faded away, or things got misplaced and whatever, and they just, like everything, it gets replaced with other things. And things that were so special or meant so much to me, as time goes on, they seem to have lost their meaning, or they just faded away. And some things stuck with me, like music, like these guitars up in the wall, like reading and writing. I journal every day. I journal just stuff about my day. I write gratitude lists. I'm a very grateful guy. And there's days that are tough, days that go by that, excuse me, I can look at them and say, oh, God. But the thing about them, sometimes we need those bad days to make us grateful for the good ones. And last night I had to let go of a person that, like, I've been been with for, I don't know, a few years. I don't know the exact how many years. But, you know, I watched this person as time went on. And as time went on, I changed. I used to look at people, you know, I'd admire people that were corrupt or that, you know, had to step on things, step on people, places, and things to get their way. I was like, you know, wow, they're real motivators, they're real go getters. And as I got sober and I cleaned up, I really realized that that behavior is, I don't respect it. I don't look at it in the same way anymore. You know, to each his own, you know, but I don't like somebody that walks over somebody or somebody, you know, to get what they need, or, you know, or somebody that thinks that they're higher above somebody because they got a big wallet in their pocket, or they got some big house or some big truck and all this stuff. And listen, you know, that there's nothing wrong with that when you work for it and you earn it. But sometimes people get that stuff by stomping on people. And you know, I said to this guy last night, I don't respect you no more. And I should have done this a long time ago, to be quite honest with you. But this false sense of loyalty that I have, which can be a burden, can be a blessing at times, but it can also be a burden. And, you know, I watched behavior go on. I participated in some. It wasn't illegal, but I participated in some behavior that afterwards made me feel lousy inside. And, you know, I do some stuff for him here and there, work. And I just been thinking about it the last few days. And I'm like, this is not about him. This is about me. Do I want to compromise my values? Do I want to go against my own rational judgment and be involved with somebody that I don't respect? And, you know, to just do it for the almighty dollar? No, I don't. I don't. And listen, you know, I wish no ill will on this person. You know, I wish no ill will on his family. There was some times that we had some good times, but really they were very, very slim, very seldom. I just knew this guy on a business level. It was never on a human level. And I took some stuff from him that I wouldn't take from anybody. But, you know, I just kind of looked at it like, I don't want to stoop to that level. And honestly, I'd look at him and I'd watch his behavior and I pitied him. But still, I would go back and I would do this stuff. And every time that I did it, I felt more and more lousy about it. So last night, I said, no more. No more. And he wanted to make it all about him. Oh, you're doing this to me. It's not about you. It's about me. I care about myself these days. I have values. I have things I live by. I'm not out to hurt people. And I'm especially not out to stomp them and do it in the name of money. Some people have so much money that they have plenty of it and they just need more and more and more. And they'll go to these levels that are just sickening to get it. I'm not like that. I'm a modest guy. I have money. I have the money. I don't need all this money. I don't need it to flash. I don't need to be some little man with a big wallet and buying everybody's loyalty or buying their friendship. Money is a drug, whether you want to see that or not. And, you know, money can be good. I love money when I can be able to go out and do things with my family or do things with people that are close to my heart and that I love or that I respect. But money, when it can be a drug. and it can take over your mind, your body, your spirit, and it can make you hollow, and it can make you sick, and it can make you do things that you never thought you were capable of. And that is drug addiction or alcoholism. You don't set out when you start these things at a young age or whenever you start. It's all a party. It's all fun. You're young. It's parties on the weekend. It's games. It's rock concerts. It's all this stuff. And then all of a sudden you step over some imaginary line. And it ain't a party no more. It's a necessity. It's something that your body craves. And then you start doing anything and everything to get it. And it becomes the only thing that's on your mind. And money, I see that in people too. I see how they act. I see what they'll do for this stuff. I'll see what they'll do to others for it. And I can't be involved in that. I just can't. So, like I said, I should have did this a long time ago. But I guess I had to really look at it from all angles. And this morning I woke up after doing what I did last night, and I felt a sense of freedom that I haven't felt since I put those poisons that I used to do down. I felt that I did the right thing. I felt that I was being true to myself. I was being true to my own instincts, to my own values, to my own soul. And like I say, good luck. But I hadn't heard from him in a while. And in the last couple days when I was kind of dealing with him, I seen nothing changed. Nothing changed in his behavior. And that's the thing. Sometimes we need to change in order to grow. And when you're not changing and you're just staying stagnant and stubborn and ignorant and stupid, well, things don't change if things don't change. And he'll go on, and I will be a footnote in his life. But you know what? Yesterday, I made a stand. And I told him to beat it. Not the other way around. I don't need that behavior. I don't want that behavior. And I don't need him. At one time, I appreciate what he did. He gave me a shot, and I needed the money, and it was fine. But through time, when I'm lowering my standards just because of money, then I don't have to look at him. I have to look at me. I have to look at my actions. I have to point the finger back at me and say, what are you doing here? So, you know what? Change is good. Change made me wake up this morning and realize, he said to me, I thought you were a decent guy. I am a decent guy. And the reason why that is, it's not for him. It's because I was decent enough to listen to my own instincts say, don't do this no more. And today I woke up, I went to the gym and it was closed, and I could have been all pissed off about it, but you know what, they're moving equipment in, and I couldn't and they were closed. So I walked down to Harvard, I got myself a nice breakfast, I met a friend, we had some coffee, I went to a great noon meeting, because those are the people that I want to be around, people with heart, people that are doing things, people that are friggin' saving themselves and not stepping on people to try to do it. And now I'm home in the comfort of my house, enjoying a little music when I shut this off. Maybe picking up one of those guitars and playing out a little tune. And just being very grateful that change is a part of my life. So listen, enjoy your day. Stay dry out there. and take care of yourselves.